Ah, there it goes, that works. What the challenges are. We've had great input giving us background and context, but what I'm actually going to talk about now, very briefly, what the actual challenges are that we want you to focus on. We know the background, 100 million smallholder farms. You can't not be human if you're not sort of engaged by what's here before us, the opportunity. I mean, you all have an enormous opportunity to make a huge difference with this hackathon, and I certainly ask you, I kind of commit you to doing it. So I hope that we see you all part of this hackathon in the coming week. So, background there, we know the facts. Let's get on to the challenges. Well, we'll get on to the challenges when we move the slide. There's the first. It's all about the data. I mean, that's what we've heard. It's the data, it's the data. I mean, the cliche at the moment is that data is the new oil. Well, here the hell, we're talking about sustainable palm oil, and data is definitely the new oil in this context, because this is how we can make the lives of so many millions upon millions upon millions of smallholder farms better, by understanding the data, getting access to data from a variety of sources. And we're going to hear from Paul a little bit later where some of those sources are. So it's about how can we develop a particular data application, a platform, and think about different business models that can utilize that data for the mutual benefit of all the actors in the ecosystem. Now, that's pretty broad-ranging, but how can you use the data to basically do something better, build better applications? It's about the data. And the data is actually going to underpin the next three challenges that we'll hear about. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you about. It's about the productivity. How can we do stuff better? We've all been using data in all our businesses at the moment. So how can we provide the right information? As always, it's the right information. All these challenges, of course, are on the website. The right information and training to smallholders so that they can improve productivity, but at the same time, we all understand this balance, because if we get really productive, we can also affect the soil and deforestation. So it's about balance. So it's how we can use the data to improve productivity, but be sustainable. So that's the productivity one, fueled by data. On to finance. Well, if it's not about data, it's all about finance. We all need it, and we know that over 50% of the people we're talking about are unbanked. How can we think differently about providing people finance? We don't even have to talk about it as banking. How can we provide finance to people to support their lives in a different way, utilizing a different scoring mechanism, because these people aren't the regular folks. You can't put them through the same system. So how can we be creative, again with the data, develop something new to enable these people to have finance to enable their lives? Okay, on to the next one. And then, well, we've got the stuff, we've got to get it places. If we use the data sensibly, we can help the farmers get their product, give them more options, utilize data in different ways to give them more options so they can make better decisions about their future, about their product. Their product, their output is their future. Again, let's use the data to help them get the product to better places, different options, better prices. So the first one, in summary, was about data, the platform, how can we create something to improve their lives. Then the next three, as you heard Paul talk about the 5 actors in the system, we're talking about the 3 actors there, well, in different ways. So that's what we're going to focus on actually now in the panel that follows. Yes, I'm going to interview 3 of the 5 actors in the system. And so that was a nice segue, wasn't it? I surprised myself. So very shortly, chairs will be brought somewhere, and Cindy, Xu Heng, and Thomas are going to join us. Cindy, who's Procurement Manager, Tropical Oils from Unilever. Xu Heng, Head of Oceania Digital Transformation for MUFG. And Thomas Wegman, Head of Product Development, APAC for Bayer. And they're going to come up and answer just a few simple questions from me. I can't see any of them running to the stage, so I'd now like to invite you towards the stage. Big round of applause. Yes, match your pictures. Oh, that's you, Thomas. I haven't met you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. See, it's all very well prepared. Now, we have spoken. Now, why don't you sit there? Okay, you can sit there. Cindy, you sit there.
Oh, you want to sit here?
No, it's okay. No. Sharing is caring and all the rest of it. Okay. Now, are you going to time for me, or should I try to look at the clock? I'll try to look at the clock. Your time? Okay. All right. These chairs are so comfortable. Now, I don't have that many questions, don't all worry, but I do need my glasses, sorry. So it's very relaxed, casual here. Now, Cindy, are you ready if I sort of make you go first?
Yep, no problem.
Quite relaxed?
Yep.
Don't need that one, do we? I'll sit on it otherwise. Great. So,